Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Munirah Binti Norsyahidzan. Today, I want to talk about the positive perspective of resistance to change to organizational development practitioner. What is resistance to change? Change resistance refers to the response of psychological, emotional, or behavioral reaction from an individuals or groups as they deal with a change initiative in their environment, whether it be within an organization, community, or personal life. It can be triggered by a variety of circumstances such as fear, uncertainty, and loss of control. Resistance to change is often perceived as a negative phenomenon. However, resistance is a natural response to change. It is part of the process of an individual and organization to make change successfully. Besides, instead of perceiving resistance as an impediment, the practitioner ought to embrace it as a gateway for an opportunity to learn and subsequently diminish its influence. Next is the sign of resistance of change. Some examples are irritation, anger, sarcastic remark, more complaints, uninterested, or even sabotage. There is positive perspective of resistance to change that could be useful for other practitioners to help organizational create change development effectively. Firstly, resistance can help to clarify objectives by encouraging conversations and assumptions about what is being changed. When employees voice criticism due to resistance, it frequently indicates that they have questions, worries, or fears regarding the goals of the change purpose. By understanding and addressing this resistance with the resistant employee, an other practitioner can uncover various perceptions, assumptions, or expectations about the change strategy. They can then collaborate to align these viewpoints with the planned objective, ensuring that everyone understands the purpose and direction of the change goal. This collaborative process can result in more clarity and alignment, ensuring that change purpose is aimed at achieving the desired result. This as well fosters a more collaborative and participations between the stakeholders and increase their engagement. Second, resistance can help to keep the conversation and discussion about the change ongoing. When employees express their resistance, it creates debates and raises significant questions about the change initiative. As a result, it brings various insights and ideas to the surface. The discussion could prevent the change strategy from being overlooked or neglected, and it invites additional conversation and provide for more in-depth investigations of the change objective and promote critical thinking. Resistance provide the necessary energy for change and prevent it from becoming uncreative, poorly implemented, and underutilized. In the presence of resistance, it is vital to carefully analyze the current issue and give true consideration to the purpose change. Thus, an audit practitioner can address this resistance as a medium to sustain conversation about the change, preventing it from fading away due to lack of interest. Third is, change resistance is capable of enhancing the quality of change and how it carried out. When the individual refuses to change, it is usually out of genuine concerns and knowledge. Audit practitioner can improve the growth and nature of the change by carefully listening to employee comments and complaints. Engaging resistance encourages open communication, collaborations, and critical thinking, resulting in a more inclusive decision-making process and better change outcomes. For example, when an organization faces resistance from employees during the implementation of a new system, addressing their concerns about the new system or maybe a workflow disruption can lead to improvements. The organization can make necessary improvements and ensuring it aligns better with employees' needs and preferences. By taking a proactive and responsive approach to resistance, the organization can foster a more successful outcome where the change is well implemented, embraced by employees, and effectively supports organizational goals. Fourth is, employee resistance could give a signs how previous change initiatives were viewed and understood. It helps them recognize the difficulties, frustrations, and obstacles relating to the previous change which the organization or other practitioner may overlook. This can be done by analyzing the sources of resistance, assessing the consequences of previous change, and identifying the potential for improvement in organizational change management system. This data covers specific issue, emotional reaction of the stakeholders, levels of participations, and feedback on change management strategies, and suggestions for improvement. For example, HR departments may implement changes in work shift schedule, such as rotating shift or extended working hours, to accommodate business needs. However, these changes can disrupt employee personal routine, making it challenging for them to balance work and personal commitments. If employees have previously experienced disruption to their work-life balance, the resistance reflects the impact of those past change. Analyzing this past data allows OD to acquire insight into the impact of previous change on employees and identify areas for improvement in future change projects. Lastly, resistance can in fact reflect and potentially strengthen involvement and commitment to the organization. Employee resistance to particular changes or ideas is frequently motivated by their emotional attach and investment in the organization. Their disagreement of the change initiative demonstrate that they are highly invested in the organization's success and are willing to voice their concern in order to safeguard the future outcomes. Employees show their involvement and dedication to the organization's principles, goals, and long-term success by actively engaging in resistance. Furthermore, acknowledging and addressing their reluctance by the organization can develop a sense of trust, collaboration, and shared ownership, ultimately boosting their commitment and involvement in the organization. In conclusion, resistance to change can actually have positive effects within an organization as well as to the employee. It serves as a protective mechanism, allowing it to critically evaluate and question new ideas or changes before fully embracing them. When resistance arises, it indicates that there is work to be done. Other practitioners or change agents need to address concerns, engage in open dialogues, and involve individuals in the change process. This fosters progress by bringing different perspectives to the forefront, identifying potential pitfalls, and promoting innovative solutions. Further, resistance also shows that individuals have moved beyond denial and acknowledge the needs for change, and that is a good thing. It signifies their active engagement in the change process and their willingness to adapt. Hence, by understanding the positive aspect of resistance and approaching it with an open mind, organization can cultivate a culture that values diverse perspectives and leverage the commitment and involvement of employees. Effectively addressing resistance allows all the practitioners to navigate the complexities of change, drive progress, and achieve successfully